Who is the most powerful mage in the League of Legends? Is it Xerath, a Shuriman ascended being? Malzahar, a Voidborn dark mage? Zoe? Okay, well actually, Zoe's probably one of the most, if not the most powerful mage. But what about Syndra? Her powers, awakened by an unexpected figure, are still in their infancy and have a very unique way of tampering with reality. So what and who caused Syndra's powers to manifest? What exactly is her magical power, and how does it change reality? And what is the price she pays for having the power that she does? These are the questions I will answer in this video. In Ionia, where the essence of magic dances on every leaf and whispers through the wind, there was a child unlike any other. Her name was Syndra. From the moment she drew breath, an untamed power shimmered in her eyes. As a child, Syndra often found herself lost in the world around her. The dancing shadows over a pond or a trail of sugar beetles scaling a wall would draw her attention for hours. However, her tendency to get lost in these marvels caused her to neglect her chores at home, leading to harsh scoldings from her mother. Even minor mishaps like soured milk were pinned on Syndra, drawing blame and disappointment. Syndra was also mocked for her whimsical nature. Among those who teased her, her older brother, Everd, was the worst. To escape all of the pressure she felt, Syndra would often seek refuge in her favorite hideout, the Ghost Willow, a sacred tree in her village. There, alone, she poured her heart out to the tree, unaware that one evening, Everd and his friends had followed her in secret. Their cruel laughter made the only place she felt safe, her sanctuary, the Ghost Willow, unsafe. The last straw was broken when one of Everd's friends threw dirt at her. Syndra's anger erupted in the form of dark, shimmering orbs that pulsated with the weight of her despair. The orbs drew in all of the negative energy around her and drained the life from the sacred Ghost Willow and all of the vegetation surrounding it. As the ancient tree shriveled, Everd and his friends were horrified at the devastation Syndra's unleashed magic caused. Without their sacred tree and fearing that their spiritual connection to Ionia had been severed, the villagers banished Syndra and her family. This is honestly one of the most heart-wrenching League stories I've ever read. Not only was Syndra constantly bullied for being different and a bit neurodivergent, she was then banished as a result of the bullying. Unfortunately, this was probably a best case scenario because a mage that drains the life and magic of Ionia should have probably been killed. Which brings up another important question. Will she be allowed to live? Will anyone or anything inevitably rise up to quench her power? Let's continue and see for ourselves. After months of journeying, Syndra's path led her to the shores of Ionia, where she met the priest Conagan. He shared tales of his home on the nearby island of Phalor. He also claimed to mentor individuals looking to harness their innate magical powers. So he was seemingly the best person Syndra could have ran into, or so she thought. Faced with limited choices, Syndra's family saw no alternative. Perhaps under his guidance, they could find a solution to control her power. On Phalor, Syndra grew, and so did her ability to command the raw forces of magic. She could summon spheres of darkness with a flick of her wrist, bending them to her will. But in a world afraid of unchecked magic following the Rune Wars, her growing power, controlled or not, would soon become a source of fear. Her supposed mentor, so eager to mold Syndra's gifts at first, realized the danger her powers posed to Runeterra and sought to weaken them for her own safety and the safety of those around her. The impact of her negativity on reality was too unstable. Plus, Syndra had far surpassed the relative power level of even her mentor. Noticing that her powers were slowly weakening, Syndra confronted Conagan, who confessed that he had been deliberately dampening her magic. Furious at his betrayal, Syndra's rage simmered like a tempest waiting to break free. Seizing dark orbs from the air, she commanded them through her mentor's form, forcing him to experience every ounce of bitter fury as his life slipped away. Just as the Ghost Willow tree had been destroyed in her village, the temple on Phalor came crashing down, sending shockwaves throughout the island and draining it of its raw magic. Never before had such concentrated negative energy amassed in one single location, causing the spirit of Ionia to rise up in opposition. The very earth fractured beneath Syndra, pulling her into an underground cavern where roots entangled her, submerging her in a deep pool of water to block her powers and subject her to a deep mystical sleep. So the very spirit of Ionia rose up to contain her power, and Syndra is placed into a deep sleep forever. So this must be the end of the story, right? Well, League of Legends fans know that isn't the case. In her slumber, Syndra delved into a dream that stretched seemingly for an eternity. The world mostly forgot she had ever set foot in it, but even in captivity, her spirit remained unbroken. She yearned for liberation, to break free of the slumber and the limitations that had been imposed on her whole life. Years passed until one fateful day, Syndra was reawakened. War with the Noxian Empire had divided the people of Ionia, and some had hoped to seek an advantage by recruiting Syndra to their cause. Sadly for them, Syndra refused to be a pawn in anyone else's game. Darkness swirled around her, an echo of her unshackled fury. With newfound freedom, she embraced her powers, no longer held back by the trembling hands of those who feared her.
My potential is limitless. I will not be restrained.
Syndra's awakening marked a significant prophetical turning point. If we look deep into the lore, her release had actually been foretold by Soraka to be the ultimately correct path in stopping a future catastrophe. What we don't know is what that catastrophe might be. Many people believe that she is meant to help stop the Void, claiming that her powers are reminiscent of the dark energy that the Void possesses. Others believe she will work with Rel to stop Mordekaiser since her power leeches spirit energy. I believe that she may be an avatar of the Void and may be called upon the Watchers at some point. All we truly know is that at her core, Syndra is still the scared, shy girl she was years ago. As Syndra continues to find her purpose in the world, there's another figure in the shadows, one whose pursuit of power and understanding of its true nature might hold similarities to Syndra's journey. This figure is none other than Jericho Swain, the Grand General of Noxus. But who truly holds the reins of power in Noxus? Click here, and I'll see you in the